How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Just Jared Gaming. My name is in fact Just Jared, but you guys can just call me Jared. Now today we're going to be talking about Hob yet again by Runic Games. They let me play their demo at PAX East when I was there, and I had a blast. So I'm going to talk about the demo, talk about what I saw, talk about how the game felt. If you haven't seen any of my previous Hob videos, or if you don't know what Hob actually is, I'll link them all in the description, so make sure you check out the introduction to Hob to kind of get a feel for what the game is. Now first off, just a big thanks to Runic Games for giving me a private demo, for giving me the passes to actually go to PAX, all that stuff. It was great. Now I got to sit down with Alan from Runic Games, and he kind of showed me through the demo a bit and sat with me and talked to me about the game. I had a fantastic time playing Hob. It was just as good as I thought it would be. It was kind of funny because I got down, started playing, and I already knew the controls without Alan saying anything, just kind of because I've been paying attention to Hob so much. I just have a feel for what the game is. But we got to see more of the world machine, as they call it, which is basically the machine or the contraption or whatever that actually morphs and forms the world as you see happen in Hob, like kind of raises the pieces of the world from the ground and up. It was a fantastic playthrough. It was phenomenal. I had a really good time playing. It took me like 36 minutes to get through it or something like that. So some points I want to actually talk out and mention to you guys. The combat, for one. The combat isn't super easy. You can't just go in swinging your sword around. It's not a hack and slash like Torchlight like their previous game. You kind of have to learn some timing with the certain moves you have, like with your punch. You have like the teleport move that actually stuns enemies, but you have to dodge roll and get out of the way. You can't just go in swinging your sword around like crazy, which I actually tried to do right in the beginning with the first creature who almost killed me 10 seconds into the demo. So yeah, you don't want to be just swinging your sword around. Another cool thing, but that's not a bad thing. It's good that it's not just super easy, that there is some challenge to it. There is a lot of exploration and paths to take in the demo, for sure. There was like 6 secrets in the whole demo. I only found 2, but I found a bunch of different paths to take. There's a lot of places that you can go that you wouldn't expect you can actually go, which is really cool. There's one part where you're down underneath, kind of in the world machine. Your goal is to kind of turn on the machine. I'm assuming that's what we were doing. Whether or not that was the goal or the best thing to do, we don't know. We don't know the story. But when you're down there, you actually, at one point, there's piping along the path, and it doesn't look like you could actually jump onto it, or it doesn't look like it's the actual path, but it is, which is really cool because it just looks like a minor detail, but it's actually the path that you have to take, which is really awesome. Alan was telling me they like to add things into the game that kind of, as far as paths go, you don't think that would be a path, but it is, so that's why there are a lot of secrets in the game. Because there's a lot of those places that you're like, nah, you can't go over there, but in reality you can. Another thing we're going to talk about are the puzzles in Hob, and the puzzles aren't always super clear, which is a very good thing, because if a puzzle is staring you right in the face, then it's not a puzzle, it's just like an obstacle you have to get across. So the puzzles aren't super clear. There's a lot of levers, there's a lot of machinery, there's a lot of powers that you get that allow you to interact with machinery in different ways. There's a lot of switches to hit or punch. And all this machines, these puzzles kind of move around and they change and they morph, and you have to kind of find out what each switch does to get you to where you want to go. And then some of those puzzles have alternate ways to complete them that allow you access to different areas that have secrets in them. So there's tons and tons of puzzles, tons of exploration and getting around and getting places in ways that you wouldn't think to get there. So it's really cool. Alan had to walk me through a lot of it because I was just exploring and just like hitting things that didn't matter, and I was just screwing myself over when I was walking around because I had no idea what the puzzle was. I was kind of in a rush because we were kind of pressed for time because I had to get to a flight, so he was kind of helping me out through it a little more, but it was still amazing. It was really cool to see all the machinery work together and turn. We'll get to that a little later, but the puzzles, like I said, aren't always clear, but that is a really good thing because, like I said, if puzzles are staring you right in the face, it's not a puzzle anymore, it's just an obstacle. Now the game plays very, very smoothly. There's no weird controls or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that when the game releases. Just like I said, I jumped in, knew the buttons before he even told me, so it was really smooth. No like glitches or any of that I came across. It's just a demo anyway, the game's not completely finished, but from my experience, it plays very, very smoothly. Now we're going to talk about my favorite thing about this game, the audio and the visuals. Okay, they're just insane. Absolutely insane. I told them to give props to their music designer, music engineer guy, because holy cow, the audio, the music in this game is just phenomenal. I'm definitely going to play on like full headset blast mode because they're awesome. They're just awesome. The sounds of the machines and the metal like creaking when you're actually moving things is awesome. There's like a low hum in the background when you're underground because you can hear the machines starting up. It's just very, very, very good. Now those machines combined with like the really peaceful, adventurous type of music that you hear when you're above ground and when you're in the forest area, it's just this awesome, just like back and forth, the awesome juxtaposition, as I always say. You got the machinery, which is like this dark and this humming and this creaking, and then you've got the peaceful, calm, relaxing music up above. Really cool. The music is great. The audio is great. Visuals are fantastic. The lighting is really cool. When you're underground, you see like the gears turning, there's like light shining through it, which looks fantastic. The shine of the metal, there's just so much visually that's great about this. And another thing, literally, quite literally, the world building of this game is really, really nice. And there's a couple of parts in the demo. I'll try to show you some of it in the background when I'm talking about it. But when you're going down into underground, you see like this whole area that you're about to explore, and everything there you eventually will be at one point in your playthrough of that demo. There was a part where I'm like on an elevator kind of thing, and it's moving around the area, and you get far away from where you started when you actually jumped on the platform, and you could see the entire area you just platformed through, the entire place you just walked through, the obstacles, everything, the enemies you could see in the distance. So you can actually look at where you just were all the way in the distance. It's really cool. The world building is fantastic. At one point before the end of the demo, the end of the demo is basically you get to raise up a huge part of the world, and in that section, when the world raises up, you see a worker who's like, I don't know, welding some machinery. And in the demo previously, before you raise that piece of the world up, you see that same worker underground welding that same piece of machinery. So it's like everything is connected. There's no filler background, right? So all the background is the actual game, which is just, that's a mind-blowing idea. Really, really awesome. Just props to everybody on the Runic team. They're definitely building a really great world, a world that's all interactable, and you can see where you've been. Really fun demo. I had a blast. Probably one of the best things I did at PAX was that demo. It was a great way to end out the PAX. It was the last thing I did before I ended up leaving, but just fantastic demo. I just wanted to share with you guys that. You guys got to see some of my gameplay, which is in the background here as well. If you do want to see my entire gameplay demo that I played, I have it all recorded. It's like 32 minutes, 36 minutes, something like that. I can upload that entire demo if you want to see it. Let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about Hob. A lot of people played Hob at PAX. The line was insanely long every day, and I'm really happy for Runic Games, because before, when I was talking about it, I didn't know a lot of people who knew about it, which is why I talked about it on my channel, because that's just, what I like to do, get word out there of, games that aren't known about as much, which is great that a lot of people now know about the game. Fantastic. Let me know if you've played Hob, maybe you were at PAX, let me know down in the comments how you like it, if you're excited for it, what you think about it, all of that. And if you want to see my complete demo playthrough, I'll put it up on the channel, just let me know. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up for me. I'll leave the link to Runic Games' website, Hob's official page, all in the description, along with the last videos I did about Hob. But if you enjoyed it, like I said, give it a like for me, that would be super appreciated of you. And subscribe for more news and coverage on Hob, as well as coverage of other under-the-radar indie titles coming your way soon. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Peace out.